The clock ticks, but you barely notice. Time seems to move in slow motion, each second stretching out, echoing the heaviness in your chest. The world outside continues, indifferent to your struggle, while you sit in the quiet, feeling the weight of every passing moment. The world feels heavy, and you're surrounded by the wreckage of what you thought life would be. Maybe it's unpaid bills, an empty house, or the echo of dreams that never quite materialized. The silence is loud, filled with reminders of what you've lost, and what you fear you'll never regain. Or maybe it's a reflection you don't recognize anymore. A face marked by exhaustion, eyes searching for hope. You wonder when you started feeling like a stranger to yourself, and if you'll ever find your way back. The weight feels crushing, as if you'll never get back up. Every setback, every disappointment, piles on until it feels impossible to breathe. You question your strength, your worth, and whether you have anything left to give. You've tried everything, followed every rule, and still ended up here, at the end of your rope. The frustration is overwhelming, and the urge to give up grows stronger with every failed attempt. Quitting feels inevitable, like surrendering to a storm you can't fight. The rain pours down, and you wonder if it will ever stop, or if you'll be stuck in this storm forever. This moment feels isolating, as if no one else could possibly understand, but you're not alone. Countless others have stood where you stand, feeling the same despair, the same hopelessness. This is where warriors are born, at the edge, in the darkness, when everything seems lost. It's in these moments, when you're staring into the unknown, that your true strength begins to emerge. Success isn't a straight line. The path forward is rarely clear, and it's almost never easy. It twists, it turns, and sometimes it doubles back on itself. Life is messy, and it will knock you down. You'll stumble, you'll fall, and you'll wonder if you have the strength to get back up. But every time you rise, you prove to yourself that you're stronger than you think. The real question isn't if you'll fall, but what you'll do when you're here. Will you stay down, or will you find the courage to try again, even when it hurts? This isn't the end of your story. This is the beginning. Every sunrise brings a new chance, a new opportunity to start over, to rewrite your narrative. Pain and struggle aren't signs you're finished. They're signals that something inside you is ready to change. They're the first sparks of transformation, the proof that you're still alive, still fighting. You're being forged into something stronger. Every challenge, every hardship, is shaping you into a version of yourself you haven't met yet, a version that can withstand the fire. This is your starting line. You will rise. The journey ahead may be long, but every step forward is a victory. All it takes is one small step forward. Even if it's shaky, even if it's uncertain, it's movement, it's hope. Even the tiniest action is a decision to keep going. Each choice, no matter how small, is a declaration that you're not done yet. And that's how every comeback begins. Not with a leap, but with a single determined step. The edge of giving up is also the edge of something new. Your next chapter, waiting to be written. Look around. Everyone you meet knows pain and failure. We all pretend, hiding our struggles behind, "I'm fine." But your scars are proof you've fought. Struggle is the prerequisite for strength. The moments that break you can also remake you. Every time you get back up, you build resilience. You're not defined by your falls, but by your ability to rise. The stories we admire are about people who refuse to back down. Their victories show us that our current pain isn't the end. Let's stop hiding our pain. It's what connects us. You're part of a silent tribe, fighting every day. Your response to pain is what will define you. Imagine being a single mother, struggling to make ends meet, every day a battle between hope and exhaustion. You're juggling bills, caring for your child, and trying to keep your dreams alive, even when the world feels like it's closing in. In the quiet hours after your child falls asleep, you find a sliver of time to chase a dream that seems impossible. You pour your soul into a story about a boy wizard, letting your imagination run wild. The words become your escape, your hope, and your secret rebellion against the hardships of life. Every page is a piece of your heart, written in the margins of exhaustion and determination. With trembling hands, you send your manuscript out into the world, hoping for a miracle. But instead, you're met with silence, then rejection, again and again. 12 times, your story is turned away. That was J.K. Rowling's reality. Publishers told her the book was too long, too strange, too risky. They said children wouldn't want to read about wizards, that fantasy was a gamble, and that her story simply didn't fit the mold. They insisted that children's books didn't sell, especially ones as unusual as hers. The industry experts doubted her vision, dismissing her work as a long shot. The world told her to quit, to be realistic, to give up on her dream and settle for something safer. But she refused to let go. She clung to her story, believing in its magic even when no one else did. Summoning her last ounce of courage, she sent her manuscript one more time. This time, Bloomsbury said yes. That single acceptance was the spark that ignited a global phenomenon. That one yes changed everything, not just for her, but for millions of readers around the world. Children who had never loved reading before were suddenly captivated, and a new generation of dreamers was born. Rejection wasn't a verdict, it was just information, a signpost, not a dead end. Each no was a lesson, a nudge to keep going, to refine her vision, and to believe in herself even more fiercely. Rowling once said, "It is impossible to live without failing at something, unless you live so cautiously that you might as well not have lived at all." Her words remind us that failure is not the opposite of success, it's part of the journey. Her darkest moments, the nights filled with doubt and despair, became the foundation of her greatest success. She turned pain into power, and setbacks into stepping stones. Without struggle, there would be no Harry Potter. The magic was born from adversity, and the world is richer for it. Her failure wasn't the end, it was the ingredient for her legendary rise. Every rejection letter was a brick in the road to her triumph. Your setbacks are not the end of your story. They are the beginning of something new, a chance to grow, to learn, and to come back stronger. Every blank page is a new opportunity. Every failure is a lesson. They're the beginning of your own story, waiting to be written. Keep pushing for your yes. Perseverance is the true magic, the force that turns dreams into reality. One more try can change everything. The next attempt could be the one that opens the door to your dreams. Don't let rejection define you. Let it refine you and keep moving forward. Your story is just beginning. Picture a young man obsessed with basketball, dreaming of making varsity. He practices relentlessly, but when the team list goes up, his name isn't there. He's devastated, told he's not good enough. That young man was Michael Jordan. He could have quit, but instead he used the pain as fuel. Every failure became motivation. He practiced harder with purpose, determined to prove them wrong. Years later he said, "I've failed over and over and over again in my life, and that is why I succeed." Failure isn't the opposite of success, it's part of it. Jordan's journey from being cut to becoming a legend proves setbacks are stepping stones. Use your pain as fuel. Let rejection ignite your drive. Every no is a reason to push for your yes. Your story isn't over, it's just getting started. Rise. Imagine a girl who just wants to go to school but is told it's forbidden. She speaks out knowing the risks. One day she's shot for her courage. This is Malala Yousafzai. The attempt to silence her only amplified her voice. She survived, and her mission grew into a global movement. Malala became a symbol of defiance and hope. She stood before the United Nations and declared, "Weakness, fear, and hopelessness died. Strength, power, and courage was born." She refused to be a victim. She became a warrior. At 17, she won the Nobel Peace Prize. Her story proves even the worst trauma can fuel your purpose. You can let pain define you, or use it to define your mission. Your voice matters. Stand up, even when it's hard. The world needs your courage. Picture a man risking everything to build reusable rockets and electric cars. He pours his fortune into his companies, working endless hours. His first 3 rockets explode. He's on the brink of ruin. This was Elon Musk in 2008. SpaceX and Tesla were failing, critics laughed, and he had one last chance. He could have quit, but he didn't. He rallied his team for a 4th launch. The rocket succeeded, saving SpaceX. A last-minute investment saved Tesla. Musk's story is about grit. When something is important enough, you do it, even if the odds are not in your favor. He faced catastrophic failure and kept going. Innovation requires a stomach for failure. You have to watch your dreams explode and still rebuild. Don't quit when it gets hard. Your breakthrough might be one step away. Keep building. The author, sitting alone in the quiet of their study, faces a blank page. The cursor blinks, daring them to begin. The athlete, lacing up their shoes at dawn, feels the weight of expectation. The activist, heart pounding, stands in a crowd ready to raise their voice for change. The innovator, surrounded by skeptical faces in a boardroom, wonders if their idea will be heard. Each of them, in their own way, stands at a crossroads, a single moment that could alter everything. In that moment, they chose not to quit. They refused to let fear or failure define their next step. That choice, the decision to move forward, happens in an instant, often in just 5 seconds. It's a window of opportunity that opens and closes before you even realize it. Your brain, hardwired for safety, tries to protect you from risk and discomfort. It whispers that it's easier to stay put, to avoid the unknown. But comfort, while soothing, is the silent killer of dreams and ambition. When you feel the urge to act, whether it's to speak up, to start something new, or to take a leap, you have a brief moment before hesitation creeps in. You have 5 seconds before doubt, fear, and excuses start to take over. In those 5 seconds, your mind will try to talk you out of it, convincing you to wait, to play it safe, to do it later. You must act before your brain convinces you to retreat. The longer you wait, the louder the voice of hesitation becomes. So count down. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Move before your mind can stop you. This isn't just a motivational trick or a gimmick, it's a powerful tool to break the cycle of hesitation and self-doubt. It's a way to interrupt the patterns that keep you stuck. By shifting from thinking to doing, you create momentum. Action, no matter how small, builds confidence and courage. That 5-second decision is your turning point. It's the moment you choose growth over comfort, progress over perfection. J.K. Rowling, facing rejection after rejection, sent her manuscript one more time. That single act of courage changed her life, and the world. Michael Jordan turned pain and setbacks into fuel for greatness. Malala, despite threats, kept speaking out for what she believed in. Elon Musk, after failure, launched again, refusing to let defeat be the end. Your life isn't shaped by a few big moments, but by countless small decisions, tiny acts of courage that add up over time. Every day, you have the chance to make a 5-second decision that shapes your future. Don't wait for motivation to strike, it rarely does. Instead, let action create your motivation. Take action, even if it's small. Make the call, send the email, take the first step. Each one is a building block for your dreams. 5 seconds can change your life. The next time you feel the urge to act, don't hesitate. Start now and watch your world transform. You're telling yourself a story, maybe one of failure or being stuck, but you are the author, and you can start a new chapter anytime. Your struggles are part of your story, not the headline. Stop identifying with your pain. You are not your mistakes or failures. Those are experiences, not your identity. You decide what they mean. See them as lessons, not proof of defeat. Change your words. I am learning, not I am a failure. Focus on your power, not your problems. Your words create your reality. Tell yourself a story of resilience and you'll become resilient. Visualize the warrior version of you. This isn't daydreaming, it's rehearsal. Your new story will pull you forward. Start writing it, one word, one action, one day at a time. The pen is in your hand. Changing your life can feel overwhelming, like staring up at a mountain. But no one climbs a mountain in one leap. It's one step at a time. Your comeback starts with a single small step. What can you do today? Not tomorrow, today. Maybe it's a walk, a sentence, a clean desk, or a single email. The size doesn't matter, the momentum does. Action creates clarity. You don't need the perfect plan, just movement. Courage is acting despite fear. Each step builds confidence, and confidence fuels more action. As you start to walk on the way appears. Don't wait for the path to be clear. Move, and it will reveal itself. What's your one small step? Identify it. Don't overthink, just pick something. Use the 5-second rule. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. Take that step. This is how you rise, not with a bang, but with quiet, determined action. Repeat, and you'll move mountains. Start now. You may have started alone, but you're not. There's an army of people like you, knocked down, told no, but rising anyway. They are your tribe. You don't have to fight in silence. Sharing your story releases shame and inspires others. Vulnerability is strength, it connects us all. Commit to your small step, write it down, tell someone, make it real. Share your dream, don't keep it locked inside. Speak it, post it, tell a friend. Declaring your intention invites support and accountability. You're not just hoping, you're creating. You are a warrior. You've survived your worst days. Your pain is your training. It's prepared you for this moment. Stop waiting. Start doing. Rise. Take your step. Share your dream. Find your army. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.